Hello and welcome to Evolution Solution, your most powerful source of alternative information.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Jen.
In this episode, we'll be looking at the sale of our power and water from Epcor to Capital Power.
The proposed building of 4 experimental nuclear reactors in the Peace River region.
And we'll be checking out 2 very different forms of protest.
So don't move.
You're tuned in to the revolution. It was a misty morning, October 20th, as many Edmontonians donned their suits to go see George W. Bush speak at the Shaw Conference Centre. Evolution Solution had a chance to go check out the protest. Because we couldn't actually get into the Shaw Conference to film what George Bush was saying, we've created a short dramatization of things he might have said.
Good evening. Laura and I are happy to be here tonight. You know, I'm a very misunderstood person. People think I'm a warmonger. Think I started a war in Afghanistan and then Iraq. But this just isn't true. I've never declared war. Couldn't. I didn't have the support of our government. Or they get mad because Homeland Security is tapping your phones and monitoring your lives. Shit, we've been doing that for 20 years anyhow. The truth is, I'm a
superior being with bloodlines tracing through the greatest leaders and monsters of history. With the help of a small group of bankers, we control your reality through fear and deception. Soon, the great shift will bring destruction on this planet like you've never known. And as the world burns, I will feast on your children at my ranch in Paraguay.
Many Edmontonians went down to the Shaw Conference Centre looking for the truth behind the events of 9/11. Now, this isn't really an issue anymore. It kind of doesn't matter if it was the government or Al-Qaeda or aliens from Mars. The real issue is how they took the events of 9/11 and used it to spin the media fear machine to get people to support bills they normally wouldn't support, such as things that would restrict your rights. Now, if you haven't done so already, you need to go and you need to read the Patriot Acts. And if you can manage the bailout bill, though it's pretty lengthy now. And you need to think about how these are going to affect your life as a Canadian, because you know what? It does.
Proposal is a plan to build 4 huge experimental nuclear reactors in the Peace River region. The reactors will produce 4,000 megawatts of electricity, which TransCanada, an associate company of Bruce Power, proposes to export to California. Obviously, this creates some concern. Moving forward very quickly, and that's a concern.
I'm with the Coalition for Nuclear Free Alberta. I'm the chair of the Fundraising and Media Committee, and I'm from the Peace Country, within the vicinity of the proposed nuclear power plant. The group that we're with today is made up of people from all across the province, individuals and groups, and we're here to send a very direct message that the motives for this nuclear power plant are not good for Albertans. Albertans don't want nuclear power, and the government should do proper consultation and do an alternative energy study. Well, actually, it's a real divide between big business and a government that doesn't have the political will to really look at alternatives. So what's their solution? Nuclear power. The town of Peace River sent the Premier a request asking for an alternative energy expert panel, and the Premier just this week said no. So whenever this government tells you that they're interested in alternatives, such as wind, such as solar, such as biomass, they are clearly believe that they are invested enough. You have radiation, you have tritium. Tritium attaches to the water vapor. It's not that hard to figure out. As a farmer in the Peace Country, we will never be able to get certified organic. That's going to affect my livelihood personally and the livelihood of hundreds and hundreds of farmers.
The proposed ACR 1000 reactors are highly experimental, and if this goes through, Albertans will essentially become the guinea pigs. A single fuel rod removed from a nuclear reactor is so radioactive that an individual standing 1 meter away will receive a lethal dose of radiation within just 20 seconds. Building these reactors not only makes us responsible for their waste, but thanks to the Nuclear Fuel Waste Act, Alberta potentially becomes responsible for the waste of any plant in the world that Canada exports uranium to. Now, possibly the scariest issue is that in just 1 year, these reactors will use more than 40 times as much water as the entire city of Calgary.
For more information, visit www.nuclearfreealberta.ca.